First off, I want to just say this. I feel like each cheat situation does not necessarily make the person who cheats a bad person. And I was hold on, I'm gonna tell. Let me explain. Maybe
So
a
cheaters are
person.
angels now. Oh Lord.
No. I mean, maybe, maybe a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up.
You better
Listen.
stop. Don't you because don't you be disrespecting the good gospel hymns out there, okay?
Hey, listen. No man or woman is perfect. But good evening. Welcome to your new favorite podcast, MatterFactly. This is our Love Hate Matter series. I'm the critic.
And I'm the analyst.
And we welcome to a unique viewing perspective on love and relationships. We're here to discuss and offer our advice and perspective as male and female best friends on a variety of dynamic love situations. So get you a snack, get you something to drink, go use the bathroom, and get ready to have a good time.
Yes, and we definitely want your opinion and perspectives too. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment down below to join in on the conversation. And also, we want to give a very, very special shout out to some of our subscribers that have commented on our previous videos thus far. And so a very special shout out to Crystal T, Carnell G, Hot Boys M and J, True E, Alyssa, Tanisha, Anika, Brianna, and Queen Rose, and many others. So again, a very special shout out to you all for joining in on the conversation and giving us your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. We love to read those. So again, thank you very much. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump right into today's topic. So today's topic is, should you forgive a cheater? So if you're in a committed relationship, if you're married, you're engaged, whatever, you're in a one-on-one relationship with someone where you both have agreed that it's a committed monogamous situation and they cheat on you, however you define cheating, but if that person cheats on you, should you forgive them? Critic?
Well, I think that's kind of difficult but easy at the same time. Let me explain. See, just because you might forgive them doesn't mean that you're going to still be with them. So you could forgive them. I understand what you did was, what you did, and I'm willing to forgive you for what you did to me so I can heal. But at the same time, I'm not willing to go that next step in order to be with you because you broke that commitment. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's very possible that in any situation, you could find it in your heart to forgive somebody and even be with somebody. Mm-hmm. I just think it just kind of depends upon how sorry the person who did the cheating was, and if you can pinpoint the exact reason why the cheating happened in the first place. Because if you don't pinpoint that, then I mean, it's probably going to happen again. So
yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of great points. I mean, to hit on the first point, in terms of forgiveness, we hear a lot about how, okay, with forgiveness, you may forgive someone just for yourself, for the sake of not holding on to that hate and anger and stress. And so you may just forgive them just to release all that and then decide, I'm going to move on from this. So I think that's a great point. So I guess, what if you decide to, if you decide to forgive them and you still want to be with them, should you do it in that case? Should you forgive them and be with them?
Forgive them and be with them. Well, I have never cheated, so I don't know anything from that perspective, but I have been cheated on, and I feel like something I've learned from being cheated on is if the person cheats and you still want to be with that person, I feel like that just as a default, you should give yourself, space and time away from that person to evaluate, why you want to stay in that situation, and, reevaluate your own values to yourself, because, it's all about what you feel is going to bring you the most joy and happiness in your life. So I think it's more so of a self search versus, where if you want to be with that person.
Mm, that's interesting. Another thing that you said too, when you first were giving your point, which you talked about, it depends on the reason for cheating. Can you say more about that?
I think there's a lot of reasons why people cheat. I don't think it's um I don't think it's a default reason why people cheat.
Mm-hmm.
People cheat because, well, for me personally, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely like to know a lot of y'all's, opinion in the comment section, you know. But I think that reason why a lot of people cheat is basically self doubt or self insecurities, meaning that
Let's speak on it.
meaning that if they are with a person
Mm-hmm.
and they know that this person is a very great person, this person treats them right, treats them nice, a lot of people, then feel inadequate in order to, you know reach that level as well. Like they might feel like, well, this person loves me but they don't know the real me, so in order, rather than show them the real me, I want to go out there and deal with somebody who doesn't want to get to know me on that intimate level. Intimate connections are not for everybody. Everybody can't handle that because in your intimate connection with somebody, you behave differently, you connect with people differently, and
But
you
if
in
you
turn
agree
treat
to
them
an
differently.
intimate connection with someone, shouldn't you already have all that kind of worked out beforehand? Because, if you know that about yourself, you see what I'm saying? Then you should know, even before you agree to be in a committed relationship with someone, how you felt about it.
Not necessarily, because it's a lot of lost souls walking around. It's a lot of people who don't know themselves. I mean, we learn things about ourselves every day, and I think that people will commit to things half-heartedly, but have good intentions, but they don't have that extra drive to bring them fully close to the commitment. Like an example, well, I know that I have a good person. I have a person that loves me, care about me, and want to be with me. And I actually love this person and care about this person, but I'm not willing to commit, but I'm going to commit so they can't be with nobody else. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
Lord, that's a whole, yeah. Yeah. What is the deal with people like that though? I mean, people who they know how they are, they know that they have the capacity to cheat or have cheated, but then they want to snatch up the good, nice, honest people out there. They want to snatch them up and have them to themselves.
Well, I have one word, well, maybe two words, but I think it's about self-preservation. I mean, we naturally as humans are going to do what's in our best interest.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you find someone you feel like is quote unquote diamond in the rough, or somebody who you
Mm-hmm.
feel as if like, yo, this
People
is
be
a
finding
very
them diamonds and want to throw dirt on them. Anyways.
like that, like you find like this is a very amazing person, this is somebody I want to be with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then
because I'm not trying to cut you off, but you'll hear that. Like they'll talk about how great the person is. It's like, they're so great and I'm so good and I'm all the things. I'm all the things. I'm the glitter, the gems, the gold, the diamonds, the emeralds. Why aren't you treating me like that if that's how you view me?
I mean, because maybe they don't know how to treat themselves like that. So how can they know how to treat you like that? They know how to get you, but they don't know how to keep you. A lot of people know how
Woo.
to get people, but don't know how to keep people. It's different. It's a different energy. It's a different playbook. It's a different, like, it's just a lot different. Like getting
Mm.
someone, that's the easy part. Anybody can get someone, but keeping someone and then taking it to that next level of, you know, evolving and treating that person the way that they deserve to be treated in the future. Like current sense, like, that's on the surface, but that person's going to grow and become more valuable in your life, hopefully, if you have a good person. So if that person becomes that much more valuable in your life, you're going to have to treat them differently than you did when you first got with them.
Okay, that's a word. Like, okay. So, but look, something that's really itching me that I really want to bring to the conversation too is that why don't cheaters ever want to be with other cheaters? you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Well, maybe we may or may not need to get into that, but that's just something that always bothers me. Like, people that cheat, it's like they kind of want to mess up good people. They want a clean, fresh sheet to mark on over and color out outside the lines. Like, they don't want to meet somebody that has the same mindset and attitudes as them. Like, what's up with that?
I think I might have a philosophy for that.
Okay.
Because I think it's basically comes down to this. It's very simple. Who wants to be with someone that's not going to treat them right?
So listen, okay. I gotta jump into that. Look, okay. So this is my thought. I'm glad you said, because that sounds like selfishness. Because my kind of perspective on this whole situation is people cheat because they're cheaters. I just think they cheat because they're cheaters. I think it has hardly nothing to do with the person that they're with, and I think they cheat because they're selfish, and it's just like a personality trait. In my opinion, they want to have their cake and eat it too. I personally don't think that you should forgive a cheater. Well, let me go a little deeper than that. I feel like if you're just in a relationship with this person, like you're not engaged or married, anything like that, if they cheat on you, I think you need to. That's the biggest red flag to let you know that you need to run, because kind of the courting part, the relationship part, lets you know what to expect later on. So if they can't handle the commitment of a relationship, how are you going to handle the commitment of something more serious? So that's how I view that. So I think if it's a relationship, you shouldn't forgive them. And if it's something more serious, you really got to take it on a case-by-case basis. Like, initially, I definitely want to say, no, you should not forgive them. And I want to definitely, I feel like that's my opinion, because I feel like when you break that kind of trust, you really just, when you break that level of trust, you gave your body to somebody else. How do you come back from that? Like, that's a hard place to come back from. But that could just be my opinion. I know that other people have different opinions. And love is a crazy, intense emotion too, so I don't know. Y'all have to let us know in the comment section what y'all think.
Definitely.
Yeah. But in terms of why, so another question that I have is, why do you think people cheat in the first place? I think we already talked about it a little bit, but
I think people cheat because, first off, I want to just say this. I feel like each cheat situation does not necessarily make the person who cheats a bad person. And I was hold on. Let me explain. Maybe
so cheaters are angels now. Oh, Lord.
No. I mean, maybe a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up.
You better stop. Don't you because don't you be disrespecting the good gospel hymns out there, okay?
Hey, listen, no man is perfect, but no man or woman is perfect. But listen, I feel like this. Maybe people, I just came up with this, but maybe people cheat on people because maybe that's proving to you and that person that that's not the person that you deserve and need to be with. Maybe that's your out. Like, how you could be with somebody, you could be fine, you could be, I guess, like things could be going good. Like nothing has to go wrong for someone to cheat on you. Like maybe they just feel
But
like
what?
you're
But
not
why
it.
is that? Not everything could be going. That's okay. Things like that always puzzle me, especially like you may hear about certain celebrities, big names, somebody who you think is perfect. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I'm just saying, like people who are really good on paper and they still get cheated on. I mean, just what you said right there, that kind of just, I guess, irks me. I don't know, but like when you said, okay, there could not even be everything could be going good basically in a relationship or marriage, and the person will still cheat. But well, I guess that supports the point I made earlier, though, that it's kind of just about the person on the inside, nothing to do with the situation. But
I mean, I just feel like this, and everybody listen very closely. I feel like any man and woman is capable of cheating.
no,
Not any man. Listen, I'm
no.
not saying they do cheat. I'm just saying any man or woman is capable of cheating.
Well, we all capable, like as in you could cheat,
I mean, capable as if you could cheat,
as in you're
and
able to cheat physically, like you could complete that action.
I think everybody's capable of completing the action. And I'm gonna take it one step further. I'm gonna say that giving the perfect storm of situations, that action could be very well acted out. So look, I'm not saying
Given the
listen.
perfect storm.
Don't go to your significant other and say, hey, the critic said that you could cheat on me. No. I'm just saying that giving the perfect storm, whatever perfect storm that is, everybody has a different perfect storm.
But you
That
know yourself, like you may know this could be a trigger, or you may know, hey, I'm attracted to that girl at work, or I'm attracted to that guy at the store. You know what I'm saying? You may know, well, I can't be alone in a room with someone I'm attracted to because if they come on to me, I wouldn't be able to, you know what I'm saying? You know your trigger. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what your perfect storm could be. So you got to kind of bring your raincoat, bring your umbrella, bring your rain boots, stay inside the house, avoid the stormy weather, prepare.
but okay, I'm gonna tell you a lesson that I learned in life. You could do everything right and everything can still go wrong.
But where's the personal accountability? Critic, you love to talk about that.
I'm all for personal accountability, but that's what I'm saying. Just because you might cheat on someone does not make you a bad person. You're not a bad person. You just did something bad.
Okay.
Like everybody does things bad. Nobody does everything good. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. That just means that they did something bad and they need to be held accountable for it. Yes, if you cheat, you should be held accountable. You should come clean. You shouldn't lie to people, be deceitful, or, do other things. And let me say this. I feel like in certain instances, cheaters should be forgiven, but affairs, no way.
Affairs. Okay, so you're talking about a one-time situation could be forgiven, but a recurrent situation, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no.
No, never. If you do something, if you do something like that, no, absolutely not. Don't come back to the house. Don't come get your clothes. No, absolutely not. Don't do that.
Look, another thing I want to talk about too, as we kind of wrap this topic up is, what about people never ever really think about this, but y'all, I'm like, STDs and HIV and the other acronym, these things exist, right? I feel like people forget about that part. And I feel like the worst scenario that could happen is somebody go out and cheat and then they bring back something to the person that was the innocent party in the situation, And so what do you think about that? And then, so like say someone cheats and they don't confess, they confess months down the line, but then they've already had sex, with their current person they're in a relationship with, since that, and the person they didn't know that they stepped out on them. Okay. And does it matter if they confess before or after, engaging back in, the making of the love with their person that they're with? You know what I mean? Does that?
Definitely, most definitely that matters. MatterFactly, that definitely matters because you got to realize. Look, I feel like that a person, they're going to lose respect for you regardless. But if you come to them and you're honest with them and you let them know, straight up front, no games, no lies, no BS, and allow them to make whatever decision they feel is necessary for them to make, then I feel like down the line, that's going to gain more respect than if you cheat, don't come clean, then you have sex with that person, then, you put their health, life in jeopardy. And it's like, you didn't
Because
give
there've
them
been stories out there of people bringing back like HIV to the person that they were with, and then they don't find they just get sick and they go to the doctor and then they find out they got something that
definitely,
saying.
absolutely. I mean, so I think that matters. That doesn't absolve you in no form or fashion, but I feel like that, you have to have character, and the saying they always say, your true self is shown when nobody's around. The things that you do, those are.
That's a real word right there. I believe that. I really believe that your true self is shown when other people are not around, because that's called integrity.
Exactly. So, I mean, you already didn't use your integrity by cheating, but don't, snowball it and make a bad situation worse, or make a worse situation deadly. You got to take care of yourself and that person, because, you do care about them after all. I mean, even though you did what you did, that doesn't negate, how you feel about that person. So you definitely have to, put that person first, like you didn't when you cheated.
Yeah, you put yourself first when you cheated. I think cheating is very selfish, because I just think that, I just feel like if you're of character, I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody can make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I get a one-time thing could happen, but especially if it's more than a one-time thing, I feel like you're being selfish, because what you could do is, if you didn't want to be with that person and treat them right, you could just leave. But I feel like a lot of times people are getting something out of that situation, with the person that they're in a relationship with, and so they don't want to confess, or they don't want to just leave the person and just go cheat and sleep with how many people they want to sleep, because they're getting something out of that relationship that they are too selfish to want to give up. So whether it be the other person's love and affection, or whether it be, I don't know, it could be for financial reasons. It could be for even non-love reasons. It could be for, whatever. But I think they're getting something out of that, and they don't want to let that go. And so selfishly, they decide, well, I'm going to still keep having my cake and eating it too. So I'm going to keep this relationship because I don't want to let it go for my own selfish reasons, even though I could step back, step out of it, do my own thing and be free, be a bachelor, be a bachelorette. But no, I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to have my thing or multiple things on the side too. So, I that's just how I feel about it. Yeah. And another thing too, I wanted to say real quick, before we run out of time, is how do you feel about outside babies? So does it change your opinion if if an outside baby is involved? So, if she tell you maybe she gets pregnant, she tell you she don't know if the baby's yours or somebody
Oh,
else.
whoa, what? Hold on, wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on.
And I got one more for you. If they tell you it's somebody like, oh, that's a friend or somebody in the family versus
Okay.
I'll just
I know you did not. I know you did not just say what I thought you said.
I'm just trying to be honest out here. I'm sure the good people want to know.
Wow. Okay. Well, first off, yeah, I had to struggle to let you get through even saying any of that, because for one, I might not even forgive you for you just cheating. Two, I'm definitely not going to forgive you if you sleep with somebody I know. And I'm absolutely, positively, no way on earth, never in life, going to forgive you if you come to me telling me you slept with somebody unprotectedly and you pregnant and the kid might not be mine or whatever.
But what if it's a one-time thing? Not an affair. Remember, you said if it's not an affair, if it's just a one-time thing, then
absolutely no. I would never. I don't care if it's one time thing. No. If you slept with somebody unprotectedly, automatic, out of my life. Don't come get your clothes. Don't come get nothing. I don't want to ever see you again.
No, but you said if it was an affair, then definitely not. But if it's just a one-time thing, that it would be a possibility.
Okay, but there's levels to this. Okay, you understand? I need all the evidence so I can come to my own conclusion. I'm still probably not about to forgive you, but I still need all the evidence so I can make an informed decision. And if you telling me that you were so reckless and you sleep with people unprotectedly and then you pregnant and all this, like, that's a lot. And I'm definitely not about to deal with you. I'm definitely not about to be with you. And if the kid
what
is
if it
mine,
turns out that the baby's you see what I say?
And the kid is mine. Ladies, I don't care what y'all about to say in the comment section towards me. Yes, I want 100% custody of my kid because I can't trust your judgment at that point no longer. No.
You can't go for 100% custody. You got to think about your child. Your child want the mama to be involved too. You can't let the actions between the relationship affect the child as much as you can, as much as possible.
Hey, you asked what I would do?
Okay. True. I asked what you would do. And so what would you do with somebody you knew, a family member or a friend? How would you confront the family member or the friend?
I mean, I wouldn't confront.
Would you forgive them? Because I guess sometimes cheating could involve having to forgive multiple parties. Like if you know the person, then would you forgive your girlfriend, wife, or whoever for cheating, and then would you forgive the person that knew you and did that?
Absolutely not forgiving either one of them. See, if it's a one-off, I'm not forgiving. For one, I'm not forgiving her if she cheats with somebody that's in my family, one of my friends, because that's just on another level of disgust and filth. And I feel like if you think that I'm going to forgive you if you my, I guess, bro or homeboy or something like that, like, no, because it's like every time I see you, that's going to play in my mind. Like that's just how I operate. Okay. Like I can't. And I won't. And if myself wanted to forgive you, I still wouldn't forgive you. I would rather live a lie than forgive either one of y'all.
Okay. Well, okay. I guess we have our answers there. So another situation another last question that I have too is that I want to ask you and the good people. So good people, comment down below. Let us know what you think. But do you think that you can, before I say this, I've heard this before several times, many times I've heard this, but do you think that you can be in love with a person and cheat on them? So let me clarify it. Let me explain it a little bit better. So sometimes people say, just because I cheated on them doesn't mean that I don't love them. I cheated on them, yes, or I may actively cheat on them, but I still love that person. I'm still in love with them. Do you think that you could be in love with a person and still cheat on them? If you're cheating on them, but you are still claiming that regardless of that, that has nothing to do with your level of love for that person. To me, I think it's BS. I gotta tell you off the gate. I think it's BS. I don't think you could be in love with someone and cheat on them. I think you might could care for them deeply, but if you're truly in love with someone, you're not going to be selfish enough to break that trust and also risk their health by cheating on them. But what do you think, Critic?
Well, honestly, I actually feel like you can love somebody and cheat on them.
Love or be in love? Love or be in love?
I feel like both. And I say this because,
How?
I say this because,
Strongly disagree.
Just because you cheat
I wish
on
I had
somebody,
a gavel that said disagree. I could bang it when I disagree with you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just because you do something bad does not make you a bad person.
No, we're not talking about being a bad person. We're talking about can you?
Yeah. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna get to that. And I feel like when earlier in the episode when we both said that we feel like cheating is a selfish act. Okay, that means it's about self. That doesn't mean that has anything to do with the person you're with. You could very well love that person. You just don't know how to love them. Or you could be in love with that person, care about that person, but you don't know how to do that on a constant sustainability level. Like
That
you
sounds like you think you're in love with someone, but you don't really know what love is. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this. That's what it sounds like.
But you got to think about it. Love means different things to every person. Like some
but
people.
There are certain things that definitely mean you're in love or not. I mean, I don't think it means you can cheat and be in love. At least that part.
Okay, so but what about when you love that person, but yet you say hateful things to that person? You not perfect, so you're going to do something to anger that person. You're going to get on that person's nerves. Like just because you do a solitary act does not, mean that the love.
Oh, so now we describe a cheat as a solitary act. Ladies and gentlemen, good people out there, if you need a defense attorney for your cheating behaviors, I present to you the Critic. You have our contact information. But listen, though, we do need to move on to the next segment, though.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our What Would You Do portion of the show, where we give you two real and very interesting stories, and we want your opinions and thoughts on what would you do if you were in these situations, how would you react, and let's get to the story. So we have this guy. He been married to this lady for 3 years, and she became ill with kidney failure, and he had seen her going back and forth through the whole process of kidney disease. So going through back and forth through kidney disease. So he went and got tested for see if he was a match for her. Couldn't find out he was a match. So, that was great news. So he ended up getting the surgery to give her his kidney, and the kidney took, and everything was great. He helped her heal. She helped him heal. They took care of each other. So fast forward 3 months into the whole process, and come to find out she cheated on him. So, basically we want to know, how would you feel? What would you do if you were put in this particular situation?
Okay, so he found out that she cheated on him after she recovered from the surgery, or she been cheating on him?
No, she then became close with somebody she was going to dialysis with, but they did nothing until after she had got the kidney from him.
I don't even know how I would react. I know I would definitely want my kidney back, but I can't get that back without breaking the law. That is wow. You got to be a low down, dirty, grimy, disgusting person to cheat on somebody after they done gave you your kidney. Look, forget giving you my heart. I gave you my heart and my kidney. That's dirty right there. There's no forgiving that. There's absolutely no forgiving that. You should have to sign some kind of contract. Somebody give you their kidney on a personal situation like that, because that's.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I definitely would feel
like you have to pay that. You have to pay that man now. Like, okay, of course he can't really get the kidney back, but you should have to. If you do something like that, you should have to pay the person or something. You should sue. You should sue.
I mean, is that a suable offense? I mean,
heck yeah, that's a suable. Look, that's the least. That's the least. Like, listen, the guy might be of the mind to do something way worse. So, I mean, you getting sued, paying some money.
I mean,
don't people
I
normally
don't
have to
know.
pay
Like,
money for organs anyways? Like if you were getting you don't? Oh, maybe
no.
that's a
You
black
can't.
market. I don't know.
Okay, okay. What are you? Yeah. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. Nothing.
I mean, and most of the time you don't even know the person giving the organ, so it's like, you know, you're giving it because you want to give it, and whatever happens after that is just, you know, go, you know, in faith.
Man,
So I mean, you can't get it back. I definitely feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel a lot of ways about that. Like, you gave it because you cared about her, you loved her, and you wanted her to, you know, be able to live a
You trying
life.
like an unconditional gift.
I mean, is it conditioned though?
My
Is it a
kidney come
condition?
with conditions. Heck yeah, dude. My kidney is that's not an unconditional gift. If I gave it to a stranger, like, you know, organ donor, okay, yeah. But I wasn't
I
planning on,
mean,
you know, giving my kidney up to you while I was living. But I did it
so
to save your life. So at least you could do is not cheat
so
on me after
okay,
I help you
okay,
heal.
analyst. I have a question for you.
Okay,
So,
shoot.
if in this particular situation, if you were to give an organ to a partner, does that then mean that they owe you a lifetime of loyalty and you never want to be with anybody else?
Look, if I gave you a kidney, you married me again. You married me again. You married me again. That's okay. Look, listen. All right. On the real though, nobody has to be obligated to be with somebody. You know, that's a whole other thing. But at the very least, carry yourself with some dignity and respect. And so what that means is you definitely wouldn't do something as grimy as cheating on the person after they have helped heal you through your surgery and you know, just help you heal through that whole process after they give you your kidney. So I mean, that's the very least you can do as a human, as a person, I mean, you listen. She might have gained a kidney, but she ain't got no heart.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
you think they took the heart out during the surgery?
Hey, maybe that's what maybe that's what happened.
I mean, I totally agree. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's very classless, and I feel like that. I think it was premeditated. Honestly, I feel like it was
Yeah,
premeditated,
why
and
everything premeditated with you?
I mean, I don't believe in coincidences. Y'all better wake up.
He don't. He definitely don't, y'all.
If somebody tell you, "Oh, that's just coincidence," no, it was not coincidence at all. It was definitely planned to happen.
Wow. Mm,
Okay, well,
yeah. Yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comment section. What would you do now? What would you do? If it's not a kidney, replace it with something else. You gave somebody an organ.
hey, and try to keep the 4-letter words to a minimum because I know it's gonna be very hard.
And remember too now, very important fact. Because I remember this. When you give someone something like a kidney, that affects you personally, even though, you know, for a lifetime. So there's certain things you can't do. Like I've heard, like you can't do certain physical contact sports. Like you have to protect, you know, your remaining kidney.
Yep.
So that places a lifetime of restrictions on you by
Yep.
doing that. So what
Absolutely.
would you do? What would you do? Yeah. Okay. So I have a story for you all as well as the second part of our What Would You Do segment. So, all right, y'all follow me on this one. Okay. All right. So we came across the story of this man. He was happily married for 10 plus years. Him and his lovely wife, they had 4 kids together. And, you know, everything was going great, or so he thought. And so one day he's at home and he gets a certified letter in the mail where he has to sign for it at the door. And basically his whole life changes after this. So in the contents of the letter, basically, so it came from a law firm. So it came from a law firm, and the contents of the letter included information from a private investigator that had photos, videos, texts, emails, evidence basically that his wife had been having an affair on him. And not only that, he finds out that, so his wife had been having an affair with her work husband. Y'all know about them work husband and wives, but so his wife had been having an affair with her work husband, and the work husband's wife is the one who hired an attorney and a law firm because she decides she's going to divorce her husband. And relevant to this situation, she basically decides she's going to sue her husband's mistress, which is this guy's wife, for $300,000 for alienation of affection. So this happened in North Carolina. And so there are certain states, just like maybe 6 or 7 or 8 in the US, where you can actually sue the side chick or side dude if you feel as though, or you have evidence that they contributed to the downfall of your marriage. So she's being sued. So she's being sued for the husband's wife is being sued for $300,000. And so why that matters is because he's married to her. So that means if you're married to somebody and one of y'all gets sued, y'all both are getting sued. And so my question to you all is, what would you do if you're at home chilling one day thinking everything's going right, in your life, and you find out that your wife has been cheating on you, and not only has she been cheating on you, she's being sued for $300,000 for alienation of affection. What would you do? And I just want to say that's a pretty high price to pay for some. Y'all fill in the blank. I'll fill in the blank on that one.
Well, yeah. So what would I do? I think that I probably would be getting immediate divorce based upon irreconcilable differences.
You're not trying to pay that $300,000?
For one, if we are
let me stop
blessed enough to have $300,000, I'm definitely not paying that to anybody because they had well, that's an affair. That's not a cheat. That's an affair for one. Because if you're doing all that and they got pictures and videos and all this recordings, that's an affair. It's not a cheat.
And let me add to that too. It definitely was an affair, and actually he finds out because so the wife of the work husband, she sends all this information to the mistress's husband because she basically like, you've been sleeping with my husband, you ruined my marriage, I'm about to ruin your marriage. And so basically this affair had happened recently, but this wasn't the first time it happened. They had a previous affair 5 years ago, and the work husband's wife found out about it, and she decided to forgive her husband and basically warned them that this should never happen again. And basically she had, suspicions that they were back messing around, and sure enough, they were messing around. They had an Airbnb townhouse that they had as an investment property or whatever, as a little second house. And that's where he was taking her. And so she got all the evidence. So yeah, it was an affair. It was like the second time that the affair was going on.
Well, definitely. And I mean, me personally, just my opinion, don't kill me in the comment section, but if a man comes and ruins my marriage and he has a wife, I'm going to go and I mean, y'all get what I'm talking about. I ain't even got to go into it, but just know, if he got a wife, me and her are going to have a whole lot of conversations because you clearly, came at me and my family directly. So now, I mean, I got to return the favor to you. And I might just have to marry your wife and we going to go spend that $300,000. I mean, that's no. And like I say, I feel like everybody is capable of cheating, but affair is a whole lot of decisions that are being made time and time and time and time again, So I feel like that's definitely disrespectful, and I feel like it definitely needs to be punished. I mean, you shouldn't get away with that because you basically are trying to defraud somebody else while trying to be with somebody else when you could just divorce that person and be with the person you want to be with. I mean, it's easier said than done because I know in your marriage it's like sign a legal document, but now look at the legal document you got coming to your front door.
That's a high price to pay for some. But yeah. My thoughts on that is I'm so proud of the wife. I'm so proud of her. I feel like I'm glad she didn't just take a laying down. She gave her husband a second chance, which is more than some people would even do. And she warned the mistress at that time too. And the wife was nice enough. The first time she forgave her husband and the mistress, she could have blew up the mistress's spot then, because the mistress was married. You know, she could have she didn't even let that husband know. She didn't even blow up her spot then. So then they, you know, they got back at the affair the second time around. And so that's when she blew up her spot and let the husband know what was going on. And I'm proud of her for, like, you know, she shouldn't have to take it laying down. People need to take marriage more seriously nowadays. I feel like if you don't want to get married, that's fine. You know, everybody got to live their life, whatever makes them happy. And that doesn't have to include being married. But if you decide to be married, you need to honor your vows and take it as a serious commitment. So I'm glad that she did that. I ain't mad at her. If she, I hope she win all the money or at least a part of it, because people need to know it's not okay. It's not okay if you're married to cheat, and it's not okay to cheat with somebody else. And you know they're married, and it's definitely not okay to be married and cheat with somebody else who is married. So I'm glad, but I feel bad for the husband. I hope that his assets are protected. And so there was a little brief update to the story I wanted to share real quick, but we don't have like the final ultimate update because they're still kind of going through the whole process. But the husband, when he found out all that information, at the same time, he got a letter. His wife got a letter too saying she was being sued. And so the wife, the guy's wife, she didn't know at the time that her husband had found out about the affair she was having. She didn't know that her work husband's wife had sent information to her own husband. And so in that time of that happening, she was trying to find out her own terms, like when she was going to tell her husband. But anyways, her husband, the guy that's the main victim in the situation, I hope I'm being clear, he had went ahead and took his half of the money out of the bank and moved it into another bank account, because he was like, he was like, I tell you what, I'm, you know, basically not one red cent of his money was going to go toward paying for her expensive, you know what? So, yeah, I'm glad that he had thought of it. And he also told her that she had to move out of the house, and he don't trust her to be around the kids right now. And I think that's what she did. The last update that we had heard from this, that she had moved out of the house temporarily because she thinks that he's gonna take her back. But I guess we'll see about that. I don't know.
That's
I would.
tough. And one more thing on that: the lady who didn't inform the husband that his wife was cheating. Look, you have to be punished as well. You don't get $300,000 no more. You only get $100,000. Okay, you are going to be docked $200,000 because you were negligent and you are putting you put that man's health at risk. Because that, you know what I'm saying? No,
you talking about the work husband's wife?
Yes. She didn't
She's
inform
negligent?
the husband. She did not inform the other husband, and she is getting docked.
She told him now, though. She told him not.
No, absolutely not.
She don't deserve her money no more.
No, she could get $100,000, but she ain't just saying getting the $300,000 no more. She docked $200,000.
Listen, if I had a divorce a no good man, I might as well divorce a no good man and get 6 figures. I'm just saying.
I mean, you get 100,000. No, you ain't getting 3 though. No, no.
But yeah, I think that's an important thing to know, because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, they don't know that that's a real possibility. You better check your state. You know, if you out here messing with people, you better check your state, you know, to make sure that these laws don't exist. You might mess around and get caught up. But y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comment section. What would you do if you got a letter to your door saying your wife, which you're legally bonded to, so that includes you, that y'all got to pay for some $300,000, you know what? Let us know what y'all think. All right, y'all. So as we talked about, as we referred to in the beginning of the podcast, we do have a surprise.
Oh, so okay, good people. So basically, we definitely have enjoyed, you know, going through this journey with you, and we enjoy the comments, we enjoy the subs, we enjoy the, you know, the motivation and all that. So we want to now do something for you. So when we get to 100 subs, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to a lucky person. And, you know, more details coming in future videos. So make sure you turn those post notifications on and, you know, continue to watch every video because, you know, you don't want to miss out on this great opportunity.
And that's MatterFactly. So, again, thank you all so much for your support of our podcast series, Love, Hate Matters. We really appreciate you listening. If you like this content, please, 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 before you go, make sure you hit that like button for us. It really helps us out and lets us know when you've enjoyed the videos or what kind of content we should keep on making. And so let us know that you enjoy the content by hitting the like button before you go.
And make sure you subscribe, because we don't want you to miss out on this great opportunity. We don't want you to miss out on our previous videos, and we don't want you to miss out on our future videos. And, just stay tuned, keep the engagement up, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend. And I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes. And last but not least, most definitely make sure you comment down below as well, as we want to hear your thoughts and opinions too. We have really enjoyed engaging with you all in the comment section and enjoyed watching you all engage with each other in the comment section. And so again, thank you all so much for your support. And until next time.
Until next time.